Random. Of course, a person trying to have a connection is not difficult. It's not being difficult. But to somebody that refuses to have a connection, yeah, you could be a little bit difficult. Some people cannot go beneath the surface without crashing out. Some people cannot handle anything beneath the surface. With that being said, I don't say things out of anger that I don't mean. The one time I stepped outside of my normal, everything was outside of the normal, including being rushed. I'm a very patient person. And if I say not very many people is going to deal with that, that means it is borderline for even me. Even with me putting in every bit of effort I can into making this work. That's not a jab at nobody. It ain't an undercut. It ain't a below the belt hit. It's just what I mean. Certain behaviors, the average human is not wired to deal with in a relationship. The average human is not built to be a psychologist. It's not built to be a therapist. That's something that has to be built within you already to nurture. Not every mother is a nurturer. I'm just saying it is what it is, and that's a fact. I know personally. That's how I know. Personally, I know this. Not from me. You see, I'm nurturing. I am very nurturing. I'm going to leave it at that. Back to the subject at hand. I don't say things out of anger to hurt people. I'm not good at what they call roasting. I'm not good at roasting. I never was. So what I say is what I feel. But one thing I do know, I have some changes to make. I didn't take baggage from one relationship to the next one. So this last relationship was all clear for takeoff. All clear for takeoff. Queen status. Queen status. Okay. I should have started. I've always had emotional intelligence, which is why some of my elders came to me for advice, relationship advice, as well as woe is me's. So I've always been the go to, the goat, the goat. I've always been the go to. With that being said, people just could not take the credit that I give to myself from me because I've always known who I was since I've known me. You get it? Since I. Okay. Okay, I ain't got to pause it this time. But yeah, so like I didn't have that type of mind where you could just go in and oh you ain't and you know what I'm saying? That ain't for me. That ain't for me. For one, I know why you with me. So you can't tell me none of that stuff you saw on Waiting to Exhale. That movie didn't even make me cry. He said the best part was in the yard with the car. If you know what I mean. It's too early. It's too early. Okay. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So let's, seeing is that men need encouragement, and you know what I'm saying? They need all this good stuff. Let's practice giving that back to the women. You know what I'm saying? If you need that energy, you better plug her in and plug her in well. Don't think that you're going to pour dirt into her cup and get lemonade. It don't work that way. At some point, it may have back in the day, but now, today, in these times, especially when somebody then gave up more than half of their life and still receive strife. Come on. And I'm not taking no credit from nobody, because women, I know some hard leg women. My Lord, I know some hard leg women. You're going to have to soften up. If I can do it, you can do it. Trust me. I played basketball with the boys because I was a teenager. I didn't play with baby dolls no more. The porch got hard. I didn't want to sit on the porch and play jacks, so I played basketball with the boys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I heard some conversations. Whew. But anyway, I stood up for the ladies, though. I was that one that stood up. I ain't finna do that, not in front of me. Eventually, I got kicked out of the Woman Haters Club. Eventually, they kicked me out. You can't play with us no more. So you're not as tomboyish as we thought you was. So you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go, dog. Okay. But seriously, that's kind of how it went. But, yeah, back to the subject at hand. It have to be a two-way street. If you don't want to be lied to, be honest. If you say what you bring to the table, you can't only be bringing finances and stiffness. I'm going to put it that way. That cannot be your only two qualities. Especially when you want the nurturing. You can't get nurturing from exhaustion. It is what it is. You can't get love from somebody that's carrying a bunch of pain. You cannot get respect from dirt. You cannot get respect from a cup of dirt. It is what it is. I'm going to save the rest for the next episode. I don't know where I'm going to take it, but it should be interesting. I always made faces. Don't mind me. I grew up with some of the craziest people, So I can't do Sammy Davis, but he was one of those funny ones. So you get me? Got it. All right, I'm out.